How is everybody tonight? Okay, that ain't working. Oh my God. Okay, this stream may start over shortly. There we go. I was wondering if I could just get this crap off the screen, I'd be doing good. There we go. I got everything straightened out. Greetings. Danny Staten here on the Danny Staten channel. Guess what? Nobody's here but me, I don't think. Huh. If anybody's here, let me know in chat. Well, it don't really matter. Guess what? I've had action today. I heard the craziest whoopee holler sounds. I caught it on video. I put up a short. It's over on my channel, The Daily Beast. You can see a short of the little howls I heard. I got a big long video, and I'll be putting that up Friday on the Daily Dan blog. If you're wondering why I'm standing out here instead of where I usually do the show from, or 13 o'clock live with Daily Dan on the blog, well, this show's a little different. This is the Danny Staten channel. This ain't a formatted really show. This is where your show grow. Drop your link in the chat. Meet some cool people. Grow your little channels up to be big ones. Hang out with Daily Dan while we talk crap and watch cool stuff. I got a really cool one lined up here in a little bit. I'm going to be showing some Bigfoot and Wild Boy. I don't know if you know what that is. It's an old TV show from the 70s. It don't look like nothing's happening out here now. But I've got a video of what did happen. I've got it keyed up. And right after the show tonight, after the little main attraction thing I got planned, then I'll probably show some of that video where you can hear something weird hollering, whooping right near my house. And I'll be putting that full video up. I'll be putting that full video up Friday on the Daily Dan blog as I head towards my little chair of comfort under my little carport of doom. And hopefully there won't be a big bad storm like when I did my first little test stream. I had a big bad storm coming blow my shit away. You can see that right here on the Danny Staten channel. It actually went up. There you go. I'm also not sure how great a camera I've got on here. Hey, yeah, gamer guy. I'll be in the chat in a minute on Danny Dan's the good stuff, talking to people. I got to get this camera set up because I'm a hillbilly down here in South Carolina. And you know I do my live streams old school style. Really, I do it from phone to phone. And that really kind of sucks. But until I can afford what they call that laptop thing, get all that fancy stuff going on, I have to do the best I can. And I still want to throw out a pretty good show for people once in a while. And I've got some cool stuff, and I'm going to get right to it. I'm not going to waste no time. I'm going to bring out my friend Dave Sunstorm. He's going to tell you a little bit about Bigfoot and Wild Boy. And after that, I found a VHS cut. Now, the volume isn't the best in the world on the VHS cut, but at least we get to take a look at an old Bigfoot and Wild Boy episode where they fought vampires and stuff. And that's kind of the cool stuff I'm going to be showing over here on the Danny Staten channel. And once in a while, some real Bigfoot stuff after the show. Like I said, after the little main event here, and I get done with the Bigfoot and Wild Boy stuff, I'll hang out and talk to everybody in chat, and we'll throw some links around, and we'll hook people up with each other, and I'll show a video of something that really happened that might just curl your toes.
Out of the great Northwest comes the legendary Bigfoot, who 8 years ago saved a young child lost in the vast wilderness and raised that child until he grew up to be Wildboy.
I have been accused of being somewhat fixated with Bigfoot, and truthfully, it's not an unfair accusation. Growing up, Bigfoot was equal parts cool and horrifying all at the same time. Without doubt, a few decades ago, the Bigfoot craze was in full swing. I personally was convinced that I would turn on the evening news one day and see that Bigfoot had been captured and identified. Of course, that never happened, but just to make sure that every 10 to 12-year-old boy had nightmares about Bigfoot, television executives made programming decisions that guaranteed that he would be all over the place on the small screen. My first memories of Bigfoot on TV were twofold. The $6 Million Man battled Bigfoot in a massive two-part episode that brought Andre the Giant to the small screen in something other than professional wrestling. This Bigfoot turned out to be a bionic ally, so that was cool. But then there was also Mr. Spock, Leonard Nimoy, on his pseudo-documentary show In Search Of, talking about a mysterious and potentially dangerous beast roaming the Pacific Northwest. And even though it would have taken Bigfoot approximately 331 hours to migrate from his home to Salt Lake City, Utah, I was certain that Bigfoot was just crazy enough to do that if he really wanted to. We're talking about a gigantic beast that has for decades eluded thousands of scientists and fortune seekers trying to track him down. That says something about his determination. And if he really wanted to come to my neck of the woods, well, you get it. Nothing would get in his way. So I've got to say that I was very grateful to discover, courtesy of the good brothers Sid and Marty Krofft, that Bigfoot was pretty much a superhero. Bottom line, if there were criminals, poachers, deranged scientists, or nefarious aliens anywhere near, Bigfoot would leap into action and pounce on these nefarious villains. Bigfoot also turned out to be quite a compassionate soul as well, raising a young boy who'd become lost in the wilderness. Now, I'm not sure where Wildboy got his clothing from. Did he make it? Did Bigfoot? Also, why was Wildboy clean-shaven and yet Bigfoot had hair all over his face? I guess these are questions you only ask when you're older, more skeptical, and quite a bit grumpier. And depending on the season, Bigfoot and Wildboy found themselves coming to the aid of Susie or Cindy. Not sure why these girls always seem to attract danger, but in true Lois Lane fashion, they did. And our heroes, well, they were always there to save the day. Bigfoot and Wildboy originally aired as part of the Krofft Super Show on ABC. Looking back now, the Super Show was exactly that. You had great music from Captain Cool and the Kongs, along with wonderful live-action shows like Wonderbug, Dr. Shrinker, and Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. After the Crofts moved their show to NBC, the lineup changed a bit and ABC ordered a standalone version of Bigfoot and Wildboy. All told, we got 28 amazing episodes of the show, and as cool as bionic Bigfoot on the $6 Million Man was, I've got to say that this version of Bigfoot was the best. Really, he was a gigantic, super hairy Boy Scout. That is pretty darn hard to top. Post-Bigfoot and Wildboy, actor Ray Young went on to have a fairly robust career in television, appearing in shows like Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Quantum Leap, Matlock, Murder, She Wrote, and even Mama's Family. Now, Joseph Butcher, Wildboy, however, is another story. Apparently in the early 80s, Joseph made the decision to go behind the camera. At least that's what I can gather from a handful of web pages that reminisce about this wonderful show. Still, I can't find anything concrete to indicate that he played a part behind the scenes in any sort of TV or movie production. Perhaps, much like his character, he just wandered off to the Pacific Northwest and got lost. No, Bigfoot and Wildboy never were guest stars on The Love Boat, but I do love the picture. Was this your favorite Bigfoot, or did you lean more toward the bionic version? Or was there another one? Let me know in the comments section below, and while you're at it, I would truly appreciate it if you clicked on the thumbs up icon. And hey, why not consider subscribing to my channel? I talk about music, movies, and television, mostly from the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
That's my friend Dave Sunstorm telling us about Bigfoot and Wild Boy. It's good to see everybody in chat. I dropped links for Michael's drones, the Cherokee Outlaw. And my other mods who are here, if you see any of these guys that come in that don't have reaches, be sure to drop their links and give them a good shout out. We try to help everybody grow on this channel when I do this. That's mainly what this is about. I'm showing some cool stuff, but I want everybody that I consider my friends, people who follow me and chill out and watch stuff with me and have a good time, and drop your link and try to grow your channel. And I hope I don't get a big fat copyright claim for this, but I don't give a crap. I'm going to show Bigfoot and Wild Boy because it means a lot to me personally to do something like this. So we'll take a chance. If the stream goes dead, you know I got some kind of copyright crap going on or something like that. But it's not my main channel, and I can take a chance over here, right?
Out of the great Northwest comes the legendary Bigfoot, who 8 years ago saved a young child lost in the vast wilderness and raised that child until he grew up to be Wildboy.
Sorry about the little scratchy audio on it, but it's a VHS copy from back in the day. Hear that, YouTube? It's a VHS copy. Not from nobody's official owned stuff. Sit back, enjoy it. Throw you up a blunt and kick one out while you watch Bigfoot and Wild Boy with the daddy dad. I might drop an occasional comment when they're not talking or nothing. But you can't get a good one because you're going to have Bigfoot and vampires in the same little show.
All set. Oh, Larkin, my friend. Bullseye attached. 2 wires. Right here. We blow that dynamo. You and me. Too rich of the Bigfoot, Colorado. Yes, sir.
Believe it. This is what I think it is. My professors in college will be excited.
Sabata. Konola.
What did he say?
Bigfoot says you should have seen what his ancestors saw when they ruled these entire mountains.
Right about one thing, Bigfoot. I wish I had been. Then I could have more than just one of these.
All set. You ready? Yeah. Now. I told you Lilith goes a long way. Explosion. Wildboy. Karabala. Knocker. Right. We gotta find out what's happening. Come on, let's go. Martin, look. That was right. Correct.
And anybody watching this back later, be sure to check out the chat because everybody's link will be in the chat as you show and grow here. Oh, that's a cool vampire. Oh, wasn't what I was expecting.
happened here? What happened? There was an explosion. All right, I'll find out for myself. Boy. Return to the cave. No, I'm all right. Now let's get down.
They went into the tunnel. Hurry before they escape.
Wildboy, hello, my talk cool. Bigfoot, you go down this tunnel.
This is an episode of Bigfoot and Wild Boy from the 1970s.
What are you doing?
Why, I just came to tell you that your friend is looking for you. Wildboy! Well, isn't it cozy? I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Cindy, you better stay with us. The two men who set off the explosion attacked me outside.
After you.
The giant's coming closer. We must contact the countess. You must know. The giant is coming.
Don't worry, Mother. I will see you.
Wildboy!
I don't think I could run out while he's pushing on them sticks. Stand there and growl at him. That's kind of wild.
Now nothing can stop us from claiming the boy and the girl for my cousin.
Somebody please drop Oracle and Beyond's link in the chat. We want everybody to be sure to hook up with that cool channel. That's one fat bat too, ain't it? Bat needs to be on keto.
Who are you? What do you want? Welcome to my company. I am here to serve. What is your command, Count? Now it is time to claim the wild boy.
Bigfoot! Bigfoot!
A big fat ass bat too.
Bigfoot! Bigfoot!
She's been vamped.
Come on, I'm getting you to a doctor.
No, I'm happy the way I am, and you will be too when you are one of us.
No, keep away.
You can't escape them! Look it! Bring him to me.
Come on, Cindy, you're coming with me.
That's the boy.
No! You're the only one that needs to be stopped. Now get back in there where you belong. Back! Back! Yes, we can.
Might want to lock that box. Just saying.
Wildboy. Bigfoot. What's happened? What's going on?
We'll explain later. Right, Bigfoot? All that gold. Buried forever.
Well, the gold's nothing compared to burying all of those old relics of history.
But if we didn't, people come back looking for more gold. And just maybe find a cave and release the vampire again. Kolakma, no Torre. What did he say? That some of the secrets of history are better off left unknown.
You mean like you and Bigfoot?
Well, yes, now that you mention it.
And I'm glad you did.
Don't worry. We won't say a thing. No way. Good. And neither will we.
You know, this was one of my favorite shows. Back in the day, back in the 70s when I was a kid, like 7, 8 years old, I used to watch Bigfoot and Wild Boy. I hope y'all enjoy it. Bigfoot and Wild Boy, part of the Saturday morning lineup from the 1970s. And if you're watching this on the replay later on, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section, provided they show up, and let me know what you thought about the old 1970s stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. And as promised, I'm not going to show the whole video because that won't give you nothing to come back to the Daily Dan blog for. And somebody put the Daily Dan blog link in the chat, please. I'm going to show you something I'm going to put up on the Daily Dan blog. Sounds of crickets. This week. But here's a little taste of it. This is like a couple of minutes of what happened. Now, stuff had happened before this, and stuff happens after this, but this happened.
Wow, hold on for a minute, YouTube. And if anything else starts back up, I'll turn this back on. I'm going to pause it for a second and grab a cigar. It started it again.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that? I hope that picked up on camera, YouTube. Oh my God, that sounded pretty close.
What you think, YouTube? Did I catch something weird or what?
Camera, YouTube.
Hold on. But I'm only playing, remember, I'm just playing like the middle of the video. A couple of seconds
For a second and grab a cigar.
where you can actually hear it the best of.
It started it again.
So what do you think, YouTube? Did I capture something like a Bigfoot hooping and hollering in the woods?
On camera, YouTube.
And like I said, I'll put the whole video up Friday. It's a little bit longer than 2 minutes. It's like 10 minutes. And I'll put that video up Friday on the Daily Dan blog, and the link's in the chat for the Daily Dan blog. Be sure to check that out, because that's going to be a pretty good video, I think. Kind of interesting stuff. So what about next? Are we going to shout out channels tonight? I guess I could shout out a couple. Paranormal Tennessee Sam's in the house tonight. His link's in the chat. He's got some pretty good stuff going on over on his channel. You should check that out. And be sure to check me out on my comic book channel, the Fat Comic Book Guy. If you like comic book stuff, that's pretty cool. I heard something weird, that's why I'm being quiet. It's like I said, there's been activity around here today. That video I shot was earlier tonight. I actually thought, after I'd started the video and was recording about halfway through it, I thought, God, I wish I'd started a live stream and just done it then. Did you hear that weirdness? I don't know what that was, Church, Marty. I really don't. It was just a weird, highly whoop sound off in the distance, and it kept getting closer. And the 2 times I played for you off that video that I'm gonna put up Friday was the 2 times it sounded as close that I actually caught it on camera, because it did it a couple of times far off, and it sounded like one time it was 2 of them, one from one direction and one from another, but they were just so far off you barely could hear it on audio. But as the time progressed, the one to my left moved really close, and that's when I caught the really weird audio I played for you earlier. You sure are putting out a lot of songs lately, Marty. Some of them have been pretty good. Matter of fact, I'm trying to look up one right now if you're wondering what I'm doing over here. I have all your songs that I usually play on my show on a different phone. Oh, there it is. Check out some Marty. This is Warhorse. The Turkey Outlaw. Let's see what I can do here real quick. Oh, really? Okay. I guess I'll go back on later and let people watch because it's not letting me click on and make a mod out of somebody like it normally does. For some reason. But I'll go back in later on and mod up a few people. Definitely mod you up, Marty, so you can drop your own links. But you did a good job, dude. I really do. I really appreciate you letting me use your songs on my channel too, also. Let's see who else we can come across over here. You know, it wouldn't be a cool night unless I said something about my real good friend, Bigfoot Michigan Rob. My friend Rob lets me use a lot of his stuff on my channel. I appreciate it, Rob. And since I'm doing Bigfoot stuff tonight, I figured I'd look up a Bigfoot story from you. So somebody please drop Bigfoot Michigan Rob's link in the chat.
As if the person or whatever it was. Hello, everybody. It's me, Bigfoot Michigan Rob. How are you? This is Sunday, July 31st. Before we start, thank you to everybody that's been helping support my channel. I'm now 80 away from 1,000, and I owe you guys out there in YouTube land for helping me out. Please share my content, Bigfoot Michigan Rob. With that being said, we're going to tell a story that happened along the Mississippi River. I hope you enjoy it. It's pretty good. While fishing from the banks of the Mississippi in southern Missouri, I came across a bank of soft ground. Not quite like sand, but not quite made of clay. Yet firm enough to set my 3 rod holders, fishing poles, firmly into the ground, spaced perhaps 6 to 8 feet apart. I noticed that my boots, while I walked the river's edge, left a firm impression into the ground. There was an assorted allotment of all types of animal tracks, ranging from small rodents
deer, and birds. Upon placement of my rods, set up with an assortment of tackle ranging from night crawlers, minnows, and chubs, I kind of jerry-rigged an oversized crappie rig with a approximately 1.5 to 2 ounce sinker on the bottom, just enough weight to keep my bait just off the mighty Mississippi's bottom floor. This part of the river had a rather subdued current compared to other sections that I fished. Atop 2 of my 3 poles, I placed a bell, big to go off when I had a bite. Normally, I do not set up my gear like this, but I wanted to explore these tracks but not lose a fish. I want my cake and eat it too, I suppose. Upon completion of my setup, I went walking down the riverbank. As I stated earlier, all sorts of wildlife tracks were implanted into the ground beneath my feet. Then, I came across a set of tracks that paralleled the river's edge that went on for about 10 yards. These were prints that I had never seen before. In fact, these were footprints. Yes, they appeared to be oversized feet. Now in the distance, one of the bells on my fishing pole started ringing, and I had hurried over to go land my fish. It was a nice 5-pound smallmouth bass that put up a nice fight, and I hoped that this would be the beginning of a nice run. After resetting my fishing line, I went into my tackle box and pulled out a tape measure to go back and measure these footprints. The first print I measured was the most clear. It, to my amazement, was 17 inches long and a width of about 6.5 to 7 inches. The print also showed 5 very distinct toes. I am thinking aloud, what or who can this be? Upon further investigation, I noticed that the print had a gate between the steps that was easily 4 to 5 feet apart, which seemed to cover this 10-yard distance in maybe 3 or 4 strides. Another thing that I found peculiar, as I mentioned, the tracks paralleled the river. Then they stopped. Now the prints turned toward the river, as if the person, or whatever it was, walked directly into the mighty Mississippi. I do not know what this was. I heard many stories of Bigfoot in my life, and do believe they exist. Did I find Bigfoot tracks? I think probably so. I've gone back to the spot several times since, but have not seen any more prints or anything of that nature. Yes, I'm kind of disappointed, but it begs the question, why did it walk straight into the river? I suppose to fish. One thing is for sure, I'm sure glad that he did not get on my fishing pole. Now that would be quite a fishing yarn to spin. Signed TJ from Missouri. That was kind of a short one. That's a pretty cool one. A lot of nice data there. Possible Bigfoot walking along the river's edge. All of a sudden it turns, walks right into the Mississippi River. I'm guessing to fish, but who knows? Who knows? Too bad that this gentleman didn't get find any more tracks. I don't know if he's a researcher or anything of that nature, but I thought it was a great tale from TJ. I hope you enjoyed it. It's Sunday. I got to do some yard work. Bigfoot Michigan Rob. I appreciate you all. Hope you enjoy this. Subscribe, share, like, do what you got to do. Have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you, Bigfoot Michigan Rob. You can see Bigfoot Michigan Rob on the Bigfoot Michigan Rob channel, and every Saturday night when I do 13 o'clock live with Daily Dan on the Daily Dan blog, I'll be showing one of Bigfoot Michigan Rob's videos, more than most likely, to do like a little update thing. And I'll probably usually show Dave's videos, especially if something tragic happens, because he breaks bad news like nobody else on earth does. And if you wonder what takes me so long to look through some of this stuff, I've got lots of friends I'd love to use their stuff, but they have not told me it's okay. And I really don't want to use nobody's stuff unless they tell me it's okay. But I got this friend over at Midwest Bigfoot Researchers. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Midwest Bigfoot Researchers or not. I'll try to look that up on my other phone and drop the link in the chat for you as you watch this video from Midwest. Love his theme song, by the way.
Hi, this is an introduction to the Strawberry Lake Project of childhood encounters in 1975 in Everett, Michigan. Everett, Michigan is near Reed City and about Grand Rapids, and right about in the middle of the lower peninsula of Michigan. This is a Google Maps of Strawberry Lake, and this is some art I did of the encounters of 1975. This is a postcard from Strawberry Lake that I found online that's quite old. Okay, now I'm about to show you some old Super 8 silent video that brought back my memories that my mother and father shot from 1973 to 1975 in various times up in Everett. I'm currently sending out these videos to get redone again. I did them in 2015. I'm going to have them digitally redone in Burbank, California, and sent back here pretty soon. And I'll see if I can get them cleaned up a little bit more to get the images a little bit more visible. Here, let me show you. And this is downtown Everett, Michigan, probably 1973 or 74. This is me in some really cool cutoffs and back in Strawberry Lake in probably 1975. Okay, this little clip I'm about to show you that I cleaned up the best I can, but mind you, I'm still sending out to get it cleaned up even better. This is what brought back my memories, and this is why I believe all my encounters started here at Strawberry Lake. There's no way I could have made friends with two different Sasquatch. This one somehow is connected to the other one and one and the same. The story went, there was kids playing with this, what we called Sammy the Chimp was believed to be a leftover chimp from a bunch of circus workers that had stayed at the lake a year or two before as they were passing from town to town. My friend's mother and my mother both saw the chimp after a while, and my friend's mother
Thanks for
was the one
coming,
that named it
Cherokee
Sammy.
Outlaw,
You can see this video.
Marty.
There's one right next to me with his arm around me, but there's actually a couple more that run up the tree. Like this encounter, most of my encounters with them were relatively brief, and they'd run off. But there was one time I took off for a walk, and I wanted to go around the lake. Well, they joined me in the farthest part of the lake where there was no campgrounds, and there was an old adjoining lake that was getting logged at the time. And it was the weekend now, and the loggers had gone home. And I'd walked over to look at the logging equipment. They joined me, followed, we played a few games like hide and seek, and like I said, I'm going to get into more details when I finish all the art for this and get back this video from California, and maybe I can shed some more light on this. I was gone for 3 hours on this hike that I went on, and when I was 8 years old, supposedly, it seems like I was only gone for about 45 minutes to walk all the way around the lake, and my encounter with the 4 Sasquatch, juvenile Sasquatch that I was with, didn't seem like it lasted very long, and we got into some trouble. While I was gone, there was a search party. I didn't know it. I didn't know I was gone that long, and while I was playing with these Sasquatch, and we went over to the logging equipment, they started busting up the logging equipment while I was playing around on them, and I got out of there because it was so noisy. A witness had spotted them and blamed some teenagers, which were my friends, and they didn't really have anything to do with it. And I'm going to have a lot more details on this later when I do this whole thing and get all the art done and get these videos back. And I'm actually going to be going up here next week and shooting some more video. If you've seen a lot of my 400 some plus videos that I have, I went up to Everett last year and I had quite a few encounters up there. Hey, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel.
And that's Midwest Bigfoot Researchers. I'll put their link in the chat. And they have one of the best theme songs that you're going to find in the Bigfoot world. I love stuff with a good theme song, don't y'all? And be sure to check out that channel. He's got a lot of videos. I'm glad to see he's finally growing and getting the attention he deserves. I heard a scream just now. Let me know in the chat if that's picking up, if you can hear what I'm hearing. Screams in the distance. If you sub anybody, be sure to leave them a comment in one of their videos telling them where you learned about them and about this little stream. I'm in the mood to laugh. Are you guys in the mood for a little comedy, a little something different? What can we find it'll be? Something that'll make us laugh. And probably do some kind of jokes. Oh, I want a joke. So when I want a joke, I got this friend who absolutely does some of the worst jokes ever. But I think they're funny because there's something wrong with me. And we'll play Installment X from Thrash Pondo Ponds. My partner in crime, I like to call him, because sooner or later, as soon as we can get it together, we're going to co-host this awesome live stream that we've been talking about for months and can't seem to get it together. I'll be sure to drop Thrash Pondo Ponds link in the chat as we watch my good friend Thrash Pondo Ponds tell the Installment X of the worst jokes ever told.
Okay, folks, in a typical case of Thrash Pondo hubris, I am going to attempt to make 2 unaired videos in the same day. And as you've probably already deduced, the second one is, in fact, a top 10 list of the worst jokes ever conceived of in this or any other universe. And as always, I will give them to you in no particular order. And yes, Mr. Collins, this is a shtick. At number 10, why did the Navy of the Third Reich build so many submarines during the Second World War? So as to visit the Navy of the Second Reich. Too soon? Ah, well, nice. Oh, and I'm going to butcher this one. I apologize in advance. Number 9. Why did Kenny Loggins take the Autobahn to Schleswig-Holstein? He wanted to take the highway to the danger zone. Danger. Yeah, good luck Googling that one. Next. Number 8. Did you know that in the original version of Hansel and Gretel, Gretel sacrifices her own brother to save her own life? Yes, when she gets home, she says, "Look, Ma, no, Hansel." I know. Sick. Next. Number 7. This is a goodie. What did Colin Jost say when he took his fiancée, now wife, home to meet his parents for the first time? "Look, Ma, Johansson." I know. Next. Number 6. Why did King Potato and Queen Potato forbid their daughter from marrying Tucker Carlson? Apparently, it was against their principle to have a royal potato marry a commentator. Next, number 5. This is a good one. Did you know the reason why R. Lee Ermey was never knighted? Yeah, apparently he needed a suit of armor, and all he had was a full metal jacket.
Good one.
Next.
That made me laugh.
Number 4. Why did Paul Atreides promote Duncan? Because he was tired of people calling him Private Idaho. You're living in your own private next. On the subject of music, is it true that Mr. and Mrs. Sarah really named their daughter Kay?
Hey, Sarah.
Whatever's next. Number 2. When Bella spurned the advances of Jacob, did she put him in the Twilight Zone? An object lesson to be filed under N for next. Here, in the Twilight Zone. Yes. And number 1, in the spirit of Halloween, what do you call an effeminate zombie? A girly ghoul. I'll try to come up with some new Halloween ones, better Halloween ones while we're at it. We're counting down the clock. Anyway, folks, thank you very, very much. I've had a lot of fun making this one. And remember, if you've had half as much fun watching it as I've had making it, then I've had twice as much fun as you. Anyway, keep watching, be safe, be careful, and I'll see you folks all very, 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 very soon.
Hashtag Pondo Ponds. You can find his link in the chat. One of my real good friends. And one day, in the hopefully near future, we'll be sharing a show. We'll be sharing the spotlight. Doing something really cool live and talking about movies, TV, and the cool stuff. You know, from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. What my friend Dave Sunstorm calls? Wait for it. Yeah, he calls it the good stuff. Oh, I wish this guy would let me show one of his videos, but I haven't talked to him yet, so I'm gonna move on. But I will say some names of some couple of people like Owlbear's Den of Bigfoot, Oregon Sasquatch Encounter. If any of you guys, Pine Island Research, are watching this back, let me know if it's all right to show your stuff. But this guy's probably cool with me showing a little bit of his stuff. And he has, I'm not going to show his whole show, and I'm not going to go overboard with it, but I do want you to see one of the best intros in YouTube history. And it comes from Western New York Bigfoot Research. My friend Joe.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. It contains no wisdom, very few facts, or life-changing epiphanies, and is only the opinions, hypotheses, and guesses of the podcast host. If anything of value is learned, it is by mere chance alone. Don't blame me if you suddenly think about something or anything in a way you hadn't thought about it before. Welcome to Squatch Random Live. You know me, I'm Joe, aka Satch Squatch. It's good to be back, everybody. Thanks for everybody's kind words while I was feeling really, really ill, but I'm much, much better now. And so I appreciate that. And I see we already have bunches and bunches of people in the chat. Welcome, chat. Thank you.
That's my friend Joe over at
Everybody in the chat.
Western New York Bigfoot Research. And I want everybody to be sure to check him out. I'm glad to hear he's feeling better. He had a bout with that stuff that has been going around. You know, that stuff. And I always got to thank my friends over at Asylum Etha. And they're real good friends of mine because they provide music for my show, 13 O'Clock Live. And now that I've laughed a little bit, now that I've shouted out my friend Joe, I'm going to kick back and smoke a big fat bowl. And while I do, I'm going to let these guys play you a song. Good idea. You know, this wouldn't be a Daily Dan live stream unless I played some kind of damn music with it. You know, because I'm a big music guy. I love music. I've got my favorite music, you know. Probably get a big fat copyright if I play a lot of my favorite music around here. And I'll be sure to make sure I can drop their link in my chat, 13 o'clock live on the Daily Dan blog this week. Saturday night, right after Saturday Night Live. And I got a real good friend named Mike, a guy over at a place called Long Island Bigfoot. You know, and then Mike, we're pretty tight. We go way back. I've been watching his channel for quite a while. He visited Camp Hero, the Montauk Project place recently. And he is monetized with lots of really cool commercials on his channel. And I'm going to play a Long Island Bigfoot video for y'all. Now, I'm not going to go into all the stuff going on in the Bigfoot community. I like Mike. He's my friend. And if you don't like me playing his video, you can kiss my grits. And that goes out to all the haters in the world. And, you know, I give everybody a fair shake. I don't judge nobody. I play what I like and what I find interesting. I hold nothing against no channel on YouTube. Well, maybe one. But we won't go into all that. But that was kind of my thought too. Maybe one night I'll go into all that when some of the wrestling guys are here. Check out Long Island Bigfoot.
That is, I'm not gonna lie, that is a dope painting. Like, that is a really decent.
For minimalism, absolutely.
Well, look at that one. And it goes right in front of the stairwell. It would have been cool if they, well, I guess like it's like you're going into the monster's mouth. You know? That's pretty.
Dude, that ladder to come down to the basement too. I don't know. Think you go up the steps.
Well, these stone steps are probably safest bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love building up sand on concrete. Even up here, it's concrete.
Just the ceiling is just decayed. That's creepy. I don't like that shit. It's really exciting. Yeah, it's flooded here. Shingles.
I think the old finger transmitter is still on the wall.
Ooh.
It's down there.
Soft ground. Sorry.
Oh, it's a solid ground.
Yeah.
And, there it is. Look at the lungs. Oh, there you go. Yep. Yeah, I know, right?
What I like about his channel is he takes you places you're never going to get to see unless you watch his channel. You know, you're visiting one of the buildings from the Montauk Project. Who goes and does this stuff?
Do you guys see the door? Like, look at the door. Right here, the big X on it. Like, this thing is crazy.
Glass door.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like a chemical door, yeah.
Designed it, built to look like a house.
What does it say? It said something here. Says, shit, I wish I knew.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Oh, maybe voltage.
That's right, my flock. You're on the list. It's gonna be a long show.
High voltage, yep. Good job. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
They call this an electrical substation. So I guess it's for, did you see that ladder? Check it out. It goes all the way up to the second floor.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll premiere this video, and then if anyone answers before we hear the answer, you get a piece of radar too.
Good deal.
Yeah, I ain't gonna premiere it though. It's gonna be too short.
Check this out.
Look at this shit in my face.
You just go up here.
Yeah, he's over there.
You went up to this ladder.
Oh no, you kidding me?
All the way to the second floor.
You know how much racket it would have made if he was?
Yeah, you're right.
You'd have to hang on that thing with all your. You'd have to hang with all your weight dangling. You know how much upper body strength that takes to get up?
Yeah.
I can't do it. I just don't have the upper body strength. Not for that. Not for that long of a pull.
I climbed that motherfucker like a Spider-Man.
That's great. Oh, you got the flashlight.
My friend Unidentified S4 in the house. What's up, my friend? Good to see you, brother. Hey, Unidentified S4, if you get a chance, check out the first 20 minutes of the show. I showed a really old Bigfoot and Wild Boy episode. And I will show one of your videos very, very shortly. I'm going to show you and my flock's UFO stuff when I get there.
Aliens.
Aliens.
You should write not and then send it to your buddy.
Yeah, right?
You're watching a video about the Long Island Bigfoot right now, and this is some cool stuff. See this? This is Montauk Project stuff.
I don't follow many UFO channels or anything here in the channel. That one's, I like him.
I almost want to go up to the second floor. But I don't want to drop the camera. But shit, my bucket.
631 Santana. 631 Cat. Like, that's what people do nowadays? Hashtag themselves?
For some reason, this damn thing ain't letting me mod people tonight. When I go to the mod screen, it says unable to complete this task. So when I watch the stream back after the chat goes in it, I will watch it back and mod people like Unidentified S4 and Tennessee Paranormal Sam, Turkey Outlaw, my good friends.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Make sure you got your hands 3 points of contact before you move to the next one. 100%.
I saw a bug. I really did.
Nope. Want to and not gonna.
I can't wait till I get me a laptop and you do a professional show where I don't have to do it phone to phone kind of hillbilly style. But I'm just starting this channel, so y'all have to bear with me on the way I do things. I'm just learning. When I get me a laptop, I'll have a whole lot more professional show. I'll probably get me a green screen. Hell, I may even travel around and make some videos on the road myself. But for right now, when I'm doing these live streams like this, you just kind of have to bear with me the way I do things. I know it's hillbilly. I know it's South Carolina. I know it's different. Thank you, Long Island Bigfoot Mike. And if you want to see the rest of that video, you'll find his link in the chat. And I suggest you check out a lot of his videos. And if you get a really good chance, check out his community page where he posted some very interesting stuff. And I enjoy his community page as much as I enjoy his channel. I'm trying to find something I'm hoping is still up from a while back that he posted. I don't know if that'll let me show that. Yeah, I should have made a video when he posted it. Oh, there you go. Check out this. This is one of his things. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, huh? Can you see what I'm talking about? Do you see it? Do you see it? Anyway, be sure to check him out. So let's move on and talk about some UFOs for a little while. My girl, my block is everywhere, pointed out in the chat that she had a UFO video thing going on. And I'm going to do my girl a favor because you know I love Sarah. And we're going to watch some of her video. My flock is everywhere. Please drop your link in the chat and throw one in for Unidentified S4 Anthony because I'm going to show something of his next. This is the one you met, right, Sarah? Drop them more than once and be sure to label them who they are. People get confused. Oh, that's interesting too. I've seen this video earlier, I think. Once or twice already. I subscribe to people on multiple channels, and if I'm subscribed to you on more than one channel, I usually wind up watching at least a few minutes of your video on every channel, and make sure you get multiple thumbs ups. So anybody that subscribes to my channel, be sure to leave a comment on one of the videos, letting me know that you subscribed. Let me know you saw this live stream, and I'll do you the favor and throw you a sub back because they're free. I subscribe to thousands of channels, and I promote a lot of channels. Spread the word. Help me get a bunch of people in here to want their channels to grow. It means a lot to me to help people. This is a long one. I'll be right back.
Okay, what am I looking at? I can't see it in the sky. I don't get this, but I'm trying to be as still as possible. This makes no sense. Make sure, what am I looking at? What is this? I don't get this. I don't understand this. What the fuck was that? I don't get it. Okay, like, I don't see this at all, but the camera sees it. So, what am I looking at? What is moving? It's just my cell phone, so, why is he going all the way up? Am I a weird angle holding this?
Well, I'll say one thing, my flock. This is the first time that the camera I'm using to shoot my live stream on tonight ever made anything look better. You can actually see your video a lot better on the way my camera's tuning in on it, can't you?
And there goes moving again.
Because it's lighting up the sky around it too, it's making it more visible and bigger. It looks a lot different than it does on the screen I'm watching on versus what I'm seeing on the other screen. So I wonder if I went in real close.
Oh shit, where'd it go?
It'd probably blur out if I tried to get it closer.
Okay. What the fuck was that? Why? What? I don't get it.
Yeah, it blurs out a little bit when I try to get it too much closer.
I don't get this.
If it was foggy out, it'd look like this.
I'm in the middle of nowhere really here. I keep my eyes looking all around me. And, you know, don't want any weirdos or things coming at me. Oh shit, where'd it go? Oh shit. Okay, well I just don't know what this is. I can't sit here and record all night. This is weird as hell. I don't get it. Shit, where'd it go? Let's see, zoom in on it, like. Oh shit. One camera suck? Oh my god, so do I. Jesus, oh shit, where'd it go? Oh no. Let's get it further away anyways, whatever it is. Alright, well. That is weird as hell.
It is weird as hell, I say that.
Okay, well, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Well, whatever it is, it seems to be going. Okay. Well, that's, I don't know. I want to stop recording. My arms are tired. I got for my double D's, and I can rest my boobies on them.
I am so coming to California to see you. Oh shit, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna record this as long as I can. Because I don't know what this is.
Wow.
I am filming in portrait, or, not portrait, though. I mean, oh shit, where'd it go? Oh god, where'd it go? Yeah, before I could flip it to landscape, does this happen? Whatever this is?
If you want to clip this part from the live stream and put it up on your channel, my flock, I will totally understand because it looks a whole lot different.
You want to go again? Oh. Shit. Okay, I don't get this. I know I keep saying that, but I literally don't see it with my eyes, just on my phone. And it's not like I'm, you know, a horrible filmer. Just slightly horrible. There's no, like, I mean, like, straight ahead, or, like, it's kind of a lot of foggy, it's kind of misty, I don't know, a lot of light pollution anyways. Okay, so, but there's, like, mountains in the distance. It's not a car. I don't know if those were flashes or because the cars go up and down the road over there, or whatever it is. It's not like, you know, they're trying directly at over here because it's pretty far away. I mean, you can see them, but it's not like flashes of light and stuff. So I'm like holding this here, and now it's just staying in frame. So, if I know what this is. Oh, shit, where'd it go? Yeah, I mean, I wish there was some type of way I could. I mean, I could always do the daylight, but then I have to go all the way back out here in the daylight just to say, this is where I was at, this is where I was sitting, this is what I don't really feel like doing that because if I don't have to. Alright, well, I've been doing this now for 8 minutes and something, and I'm getting really tired of sitting because my back is just killing me.
Bigfoot necessity? I don't get this. Still don't know what the little flashes are. I don't know if they picked up with the camera or not. Here comes some more cars. Shit. Really bothers me.
Greetings, Devil Hunter.
Jesus, sir. Anyways.
All right, my flock, Sarah, that was some interesting stuff. You can see the full video on her channel. You'll find links for that in the chat. I really enjoy your stuff, by the way. Especially that spider video. I will be showing that again in the future. I don't want to wear it out. And I promised Unidentified S4, we'd talk about him for a little bit, so I'm going to throw some of his material up for a minute. He had this one about this tiny cigar-shaped thing, and I thought it was pretty cool. Not real long. Okay, this isn't the one I thought it was.
There are too many ways for UFOs to enter our Earth's atmosphere. So we assembled a crack team of ufologists to scan the night skies for mysteries lurking deep within the night. Those of you that join us will receive the answers that all mankind has been searching for.
Fuck, this should be an intro for a channel. This is good.
Good morning. Anthony S. Sinclair here, host of Unidentified S4. On the morning of July 26th, 2022 at 4:06 a.m., I filmed this cigar-shaped craft flying past Jupiter at a high rate of speed. What boggled my mind was this craft changed its course. Not only that, at the rate of speed it was traveling, it should have broke the sound barrier. However, it made no sound at all. If anyone has any information on this object, kindly reach out to topfiless4@gmail.com or Unidentified S4 YouTube channel. MUFON has been alerted to the situation and investigators are on the case. If anybody's seen anything, please reach out right away. Thank you so much.
And you'll find Unidentified S4 Anthony. You will find his link in the chat. He don't just do videos about UFOs. He has his own show. And his show is awesome. Check it out. I'm going to play a minute of that. And this is the kind of stuff you'll see on that channel. Now, I just went random. Sorry about that, S4.
Hello? Is anybody there?
No.
I can't move. Why can't I move? Hello? Somebody help me, please.
I remember the cigar video, but I did not remember that entrance on it. It just messaged with me.
In a
I was like,
12-part
what the
series
fuck?
on disturbing sleep disorders. In this first video, we'll be discussing sleep paralysis, what causes it, and how it affects the body. Sleep paralysis is a feeling of being conscious, but unable
And
to
you'll
move.
find Unidentified S4's link
It
in
occurs
the
when a person
chat.
passes between stages of
Be
wakefulness
sure to
and
give him a
sleep.
subscribe. He's my UFO guy.
In the Philippines, sleep paralysis is often referred to as the banguma, and some folklore has even suggested that people have died from this. Sleep
He
paralysis
covers a
happens when
variety
the
of
body
interesting
is asleep and the
topics
body
on
is
his
temporarily
channel. That's like my other favorite show, The Paranormal Highway. You'll usually catch me in these guys' live streams. Love your show, Anthony. I really do. What I was saying before, I call him my UFO guy. That's because, believe it or not, it's weird. I've got a metal detecting guy that I watch who metal detects. Actually, I've got a couple of metal detecting channels. I've got a lot of good stuff guys that talk about classic TV shows and stuff from the 80s. I got a few comic book guys. But I've usually got a couple of guys at least, or one guy in particular, who talks about something. And that's the guy I follow in that field. And Anthony over at S4 is kind of my UFO guy. I watch him more than I do any other UFO involved stuff. You know, being a paranormal investigator like I am, and you'll find me on the Nutty Damn blog, where I do most of my paranormal investigation stuff. You'll find me covering a wide range of topics because I'm not just interested in one thing. I have a lot of interest. I love rare old comic books. I have a channel called The Fat Comic Book Guy where you can find me talking about old comic books and showing old comic book videos. You know, I love the good stuff, classic movies, TV, and music from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, you know, the good stuff. So I'm a good stuff guy. You find me on Daily Dan's The Good Stuff with the Good Stuff channel, where I talk about movies and TV and show classic stuff involving that. And once again, I'm a paranormal investigator, so I have a couple of channels that deal with Bigfoot, like the Daily Beast and the Daily Dan blog and other cryptids. And then you got this channel you're on now called the Danny Staten channel, where that's just my channel where I put up a lot of everything. That's just the leftovers from all my other channels, I guess. You know, I got this real good friend named Pat McCormick at the Golden Rage of TV. And I'll throw that link in the chat shortly. This guy is a real good friend of mine, and he lets me use his stuff in my shows. And I thought, since I'm doing shout outs tonight, I'm doing a lot of them, I would show you some. Well, you won't get to see much of it, but you at least you'll hear it. This is him doing a theme from the Munsters. And this might be the only way I can get away with playing a Munsters theme on YouTube. That's Pat McCormack. And I know he's going to be pissed at me because I spelled his name wrong in the link. I put McCormick and it's McCormack, M-A-C-K. Sorry about that, Pat. I do know how to spell your name. And I appreciate Pat McCormick. And I usually give him the shout out or the music because he's the one who provides the theme, Risk Thrill Factor, which is the theme for my show, 13 O'Clock Live, which you can find on the Daily Dan blog. And I usually wind up shouting out just the fact that he does the music, and he called me out on that, and he said something to me about it. So I'm going to look back down through here and see what I can find. A really good video, because he puts out videos too. Yes, it's true. Did anybody know that Pat McCormick had a channel full of videos? Well, he does. I was hoping to find something about Bigfoot. Because, you know, I've been playing Bigfoot and Wild Boy tonight, and I know he talked about it once. But I haven't really got a bunch of time to sit here and look for something. So, Pat McCormick, I'm going to do your Outer Limits video.
Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. Running on ABC from 1963 to 65 for 49 episodes, The Outer Limits had impressive effects for its time, and some of its creatures were truly scary. This was demonstrated in many episodes like The Galaxy Being, The Sixth Finger, and The Keeper of
Oh, that's too bad, my flock. I'm going to miss you.
Me nightmares was in the third episode called The Architects of Fear. The great Robert Culp played a member of an elite group of doctors and scientists. In their attempt to scare mankind into uniting, he undergoes a series of slow and creepy operations, transforming him into a hideous alien monster. The Outer Limits effects team, Project Unlimited, created a truly frightening bear for this episode. The bear was the nickname that they used for all their creatures, and this one was so effective that some of the stations actually blacked it out during the original airing. Becoming their own architects of fear, this loosely knit effects group did so well that they actually scared some of their own ABC affiliates.
And that's my friend Pat McCormick doing one of his little short videos. He does so many of these little short videos, and they're all just awesome. He's covered about every subject and every old TV thing you can think of. I particularly like the ones he did about I Dream of Jeannie. Oh, and, well, God, since we're doing it, and we're playing Pat McCormick videos, I think I found one of my favorites of all freaking time.
In 1974, Kolchak the Night Stalker aired on ABC for a single season with only 20 episodes. The show starred Darren McGavin began his versatile career on Broadway before hitting the big screen in films like The Man with the Golden Arm with Frank Sinatra and with Katharine Hepburn in the movie Summertime. From 1958 to 59, he starred in the TV adaptation of Mickey Spillane's Mike Hammer. Immediately thereafter, on the Western Riverboat with Burt Reynolds. Perhaps one of Darren's most memorable roles was as Mr. Parker, the father of Ralphie, in the seasonal classic A Christmas Story. But as a reporter investigating unsolved crimes involving the strange and paranormal, playing Kolchak added horror to his resume. According to producer Chris Carter, the Night Stalker was a huge influence on his show, The X-Files. The list of guest stars reads like a classic TV who's who. They include the likes of Larry Storch, Phil Silvers, Bernie Capel, Carolyn Jones, and Jim Backus. James Bond and Twilight Zone villain Richard Kiel played a monster in 2 of the episodes. Reportedly, McGavin became disillusioned with the less than adequate scripts combined with the extra uncredited production duties he took on. This led him to request an early release from his contract, effectively killing off the show. However, it lives on in syndication, and in the case of Kolchak the Night Stalker, based on its influential merit and cult classic status, maybe less was actually more.
I love Pat McCormick stuff. You'll find him at the Golden Rage of TV, and I put that link in the chat. He plays some awesome music. He's got a playlist. He does the theme song for 13 O'Clock Live with Daily Dan. He does my theme, and I thank him so much for all his support of my little channel. You know, because, well, he's going to be a superstar one day, you know that's for sure. He also does a series of live stream interviews where he talks to a few stars once in a while. You should definitely check out some of them. And this will be kind of the stuff you see when you catch one of his live streams. And this is random.
To young kids like me. who later became fans. So, yeah, it's just amazing. Good old Rankin and Bass, they came up with some great stuff. And as a matter of fact, when I'm talking about Rankin and Bass, the next voiceover actor Hall of Fame, one of the inductees is the great Paul Frees. So
I see a Wrestling Shoots entered the stream. Wrestling Shoots, who is that? Is that Matt with a secret channel? Who are you, Wrestling Shoots? Which one of the wrestling guys are you? And I've got to go talk about the competition. And that's my friend Dr. Wu, who's live right this minute. Let's watch Dr. Wu for a minute as he gets drunk and stoned and falls out on the floor.
Not normal. The clocks they use for the ships, they use clocks for ships in this timeline. Clock.
This is live right now
clocks, they had a pendulum
on Dr. Wu's channel.
They had other clocks. They had a certain thing where it used a winder. It figured out if the ship rocks, it will keep it charged because it would pitch and roll or whatever. It would rock. It would spin this clock.
And usually you'll find me hanging out with the Dr. Wu this time of night if I'm not live streaming.
And then
because me and him's usually the only two guys on this late.
World War II self-winding watches.
Let's mess
as
with
long
it.
as you're active,
I bet he don't watch this back
wind.
anyway. So,
If you move your hand, it winds. It keeps your...
Another one of my favorite channels is Dr. Wu's brother, and that's Eric over at Paranormal Highway. And everybody knows I'm really practically a member of the Paranormal Highway. I actually am a member of the Paranormal Highway. That's one of the few channels I've actually had the financial support to be able to join. And I will join more channels when I get financially able. It's just I'm a little strapped for cash right now, having to mail out a bunch of stuff I've been sending to people. And postage is horrible. I was trying to find that cool cartoon. Have everybody seen the Paranormal Highway cartoon? You should check it out. I'll be sure to put a link for the Paranormal Highway. And I don't know. That's episode 2, and I think I'm going to wait another week or so before I show episode 2. I want them to be real far ahead. But episode 1's about running its course on a bunch of channels, so I don't really think my friend Eric's going to mind me showing episode 1 of the cartoon from Paranormal Highway on my channel. I've done it once. And I'm sure he'll appreciate the publicity when he finds out. I'm going to drop his link in the chat. If you're watching this on the replay, be sure to check out my friends at Paranormal Highway. It's one of my favorite shows on YouTube. And they do cartoons. You can't beat that.
Hey, sorry I'm late, man. The Bigfoot casts were taking forever to dry out.
No problem, dude. I know there's a shortcut on Paranormal Highway Road.
Oh, awesome. I have so much to talk about.
Oh, I bet you do.
Eric, there's this gator that has 2 toes. He's 24 feet long. His name is Tom. He's a...
Dude, shut up. There's Bigfoot out there. Let's go talk to him, man. Come on, let's go.
Take it slow, man. Be easy.
Hey, we want you for the show. We want to show people you exist.
Hey, and we have jerky, too.
Hey, I got jerky, too. You got me with jerky.
So, Barry, what brings you out of the woods? Where are you from, man?
Coming from Boggy Creek.
Oh, man, you're far from there, dude.
Oh, there was a unicorn out there. I'm not even kidding.
Holy crap, there's a unicorn in front of me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, whew, that was close.
They say the horn brings good luck. Magical powers. Hey, Barry, you were right about that unicorn. Know anything else about the mythical woods?
Yeah, man, that's Medusa. Do not look in her eyes. She will turn you to stone.
Eric, be careful.
Hey, Medusa, we're doing a live show on the Paranormal Highway show. I want to show the world that you exist. How about it?
Oh, man, what's this happening?
Whoa! Hey,
guys. I love the show, man. I want you guys to hang out. In fact, I want to play you guys on my planet.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to check out your planet. You got girls there?
Hey, guys, you're going to have a great time on my planet. We're going to blow some things up.
What's there to do? What's there to drink?
Lots of smoke, lots of drinks. Don't worry about that.
What's that red light? What's in front of us? Are those meteorites? Oh, no!
Don't worry about this. He's got this.
Take cover!
This is not that bad. You guys are just freaking out for no reason. No worries, man. No worries.
No!
Easy. This is not a problem, man. This happens every day. Hey, guys, I'm happy you're here. I want you to introduce you to this guy. His name is Oracle. He's going to be the one torturing you while you're here. Now, by the way, we have another mission.
Isn't that awesome? And that's just part one of them. They already at to what I believe now to be part, 5? And you can get all the parts already up over on the Paranormal Highway. And that link is in the chat. And remember that cartoon is just part of a bigger show. It's part of a show where they talk all things cryptid, paranormal, UFOs. And that'll be Eric Wood, the Paranormal Highway guy, Gypsy Road right here. And he usually has Bigfoot and Anthony from S4 with him.
Bray Road.
And sometimes the legendary Dr. Wood.
I actually got 2 videos on the beast from Wisconsin. One's a story about it, and then another one is hopefully you guys get to learn something about the beast of Bray Road that's supposedly known from Wisconsin. So, all right. Are you guys ready for this? I'm sorry, I was just reading something in the chat. I don't care what nobody says. I make my own decisions.
Yeah, and if you donate enough money to him, he'll put you in the cartoon and you'll have a voice. So that's something cool. I can't wait till I get an inheritance and can do that. I'm going to be of a whole episode.
Bray Road is basically what ignited the whole Dogman phenomenon. Linda Gruff really paid her dues for chronicling the early...
Mox!
Awesome information. I want to thank Monster Radio for providing us that information. So let's hear some stories.
A hairy humanoid with canine features, the beast of Bray Road has been sighted in Wisconsin dating back to 1936 on a rural road outside of Elkhorn, Wisconsin. More recent sightings in the 1980s and 1990s placed the creature in Racine, Walworth, and Jefferson counties. Those who have seen the beast describe him as eating or hunting/scavenging. Also known as man.
Yes, Monster Radio, that's Dogman, all right. That's Dogman. Look at that thing. God, can you imagine meeting that in the alley or out in the woods? Man, I think I will have 3 loads in my pants, probably even more.
Looks like my dog when I take her toy away from her.
An indigenous dogman is said to be around 6 feet tall with gray and brown fur. Its face resembles that of a wolf, with shiny yellow eyes and pointed ears. Its body, though furry, looks like a muscular man. The creature is said to run and walk on all 4 of its legs, or just its hind legs, and has been spied sitting on its haunches and kneeling like a man. Some people believe it's a werewolf, others that it is a Bigfoot, and some believe that it is a yet unidentified species. Though it has never attacked anyone, some witnesses claim that it has acted aggressively, running at them and jumping on their vehicles. Some researchers consider the beast of Bray Road to be identical to a kind of Wisconsin Bigfoot that locals call the Bluff Monster or the Eddie. Others, including many Native Americans, believe it to be the Wendigo, which was often been spied in Minnesota. Others believe that it has simply been misidentified and is a wolf, a bear, or a large feral dog. This werewolf-like creature has been portrayed regularly in the media since the first sightings, and even had a low-budget movie based on its legend. The number number of sightings in the late 1980s and early 1990s prompted a local newspaper, the Walworth County Week, to assign a reporter, Linda Godfrey, to cover the story. Initially, she was skeptical, but soon became convinced of its authenticity and later wrote a book titled The Beast of Bray Road, telling Wisconsin's werewolf. What are your thoughts? Tell us down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the video, and I'll see you next time.
You guys enjoyed that one, and I got another one about a story about an encounter with the beast of Bray Road. And again, I'm gonna say this one more time. Everybody, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific. 8 p.m. Pacific. The Paranormal Highway cartoon. Simple title. Exactly what it is. The Paranormal Highway cartoon. And this could possibly be episode 1, if you guys enjoy it. All right. So the second is the Beast of Bray Road sighting and counting that happened on October 31st, 1991. Shit, Halloween. God damn. That'll be a sighting.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 40 and Slip Bedtime Stories. Tonight, one woman's sighting account of the Beast of Bray Road. On October 31st, 1999, a young woman named Dorothy Gibson from Elkhorn was driving along Bray Road near Delavan. As she neared the intersection of Hospital Road, she leaned over to change the station on her radio when she felt her right front tire jump off the ground as if she had hit something. Concerned, she stopped the car and got out to see what it was. Finding nothing on the roadway behind her car, she began to look around. As she peered into the darkness, she suddenly saw a dark, hairy form racing toward her. She did not see what the figure looked like from the distance at which she was standing, but she did see the figure was quite bulky. Startled by the oncoming form and by the sound of its heavy feet, she got back into her car. She jumped in and was attempting to drive away when the beast jumped
Jess Locks. Hey, buddy.
It was too
Good
wet
to
for the
see
creature
ya.
to hang on, and it fell off onto the pavement. Dorstein returned to the site later on that evening with a young girl that she was taking out trick-or-treating, and saw a large form on the side of the road. When she saw the creature moving, she ordered the child to lock her door and drove quickly away from the scene. She had no idea what she had seen, but wondered if perhaps it might be a bear, angry because she had struck it with her car. Regardless, she told a neighbor about the encounter the next day and showed her the scratched car. As word spread, more local people began to step forward with their own encounters with the beast, dating back to 1989.
All right, what do you guys think of that story? My God, I tell you, God, especially to see that creature on Halloween. You know, at first you're probably like you know, you're looking out. You know, it's Halloween, everybody's dressed up. So I wonder when is the point you realize, dude, that's not a freaking human dressed up in a costume. That is the boogeyman. That is the monster. That is the dog man, Bigfoot, the beast of Bray Road, whatever you want to say. What, you know? My God. Whew. That's a lot of load in the pants. I tell you that right now. Right now. So, and then let me see here. Hold on a second. Dan said you need to come to my show this Wednesday, 12 noon. Unidentified S4 has a show, 12 o'clock. Now,
Don't go by this now because that's an old show you're watching. Back before episode 1 of the cartoon even came out. Now, he's had several episodes since then. He's did a lot of news. And you can check out all stuff Paranormal Highway does on the Paranormal Highway channel. You'll find that link in the chat. Also, the Cryptid Hunter Investigations has joined us. Welcome, brother. And I put your link in the chat, too. We try to grow channels here. My friend Mox is here. You've got a mod, Mox. You want to drop your link? Feel free, brother. I'm going to move on now. And I was going to show some of my stuff. Netted ends. The good stuff. I've been doing a lot of movies, a lot of trailers, a lot of cool stuff. Well, I did some hee-haw stuff lately that was pretty cool. And I wrapped it up with Quiet Right. And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to rock it up with Quiet Riot, the only original band member still around, Rudy Serzio. And this is from my channel, Daily Dance the Good Stuff. You'll find that link in the chat, as well as Sasquatch Saturday in the Daily Dan Good Stuff playlist, where I do my Sasquatch Saturday shows on the good stuff. So let's rock. Have a music break for a few. That's right, guys. You can find all my movies, TV, and music stuff on Daily Dance the Good Stuff, and you'll find that link in the chat. I used to have a better radio voice. Believe it or not, I worked in a radio station for a summer once. I was a disc jockey, but I played old blues music. I'd come on and talk like this. Welcome to the Midnight Hour. I'm your host, Damian Hailstorm. And everybody thought I was an old black guy. You should see the look on their face when they saw this old blues DJ. It was a 19-year-old white guy. It kind of blew their mind because I've been talking like this on the radio, you know what I'm saying, brother man. Quite right, doing mental health. From Daily Dan's The Good Stuff, where you'll find all kinds of music. I even got Johnny Cash's last concert ever done. Over on The Good Stuff, you'll find that link in chat. Be sure to check it out. As I move right along, it's getting late. It's getting about that time, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. And I think I'm gonna play a little video by my friend Ian over at Retro Serial. He has a live show too where he talks about classic stuff, you know, the good stuff, the movies, TV, Generation X music. And he did a little thing called the Kung Fu Top 5. And I thought that was awesome. So I thought we'll let Ian talk to you for a little while from Retro Serial.
Kung Fu, the series, next on Retro Serial.
This is one of my favorite videos by him.
Hey everyone, you're watching Retro Serial and I'm EMC. Kung Fu ran on ABC from 1972 to 1975 with an impressive 62 episodes and 3 seasons. Starring David Carradine as Kwai Chang Caine, it follows the adventures of Caine, who flees to America after killing the Emperor's nephew. Caine was an orphan, half Chinese and half American, reluctantly raised in the Shaolin Monastery. After his graduation from said monastery, Caine's beloved master Po is killed by the Emperor's nephew. Caine was a witness of this, and in a fit of rage, he avenges his beloved master's death. Caine has to flee, now being an outlaw. He flees to America to find his American brother. Each week, Caine meets unique and interesting people and finds Western challenges in which he handles all of them with some Eastern wisdom and some Kung Fu.
Greetings, Harper. How you doing, buddy?
Only when he has to. And most of the time, he has to. While you may have already known all of this, here are 5 things about Kung Fu, the TV series, you may not have known. But before we get to those 5 things, if you like what we're doing here on Retro Serial, please give me that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share this on your favorite social media. Those 3 things right there mean the world to us here at Retro Serial as we are trying to grow the channel. So if you can help us out in those areas, it would be much appreciated. If you want to go a step further, you can hit the bell notification that lets you know when these things are available so you don't miss a single episode. And if you want to follow the link below to our Patreon page, you can join for 2 levels of support. There is the Cornflake Club, which is just $3 a month, saying, hey, we like what you're doing over there. Here's a little tip for you to keep on keeping on. But if you want to be on the Insiders Club, join the Honeycomb Hideout, in which you will receive most all podcasts and most all videos 1 day in advance. And with all that said, let's get to our 5 facts. Coming in at number 5, David Carradine wanted to play Caine long before Kung Fu was a concept. Many years before Kung Fu, the television show, was a concept, David Carradine was asked what he thought a good idea for a television show would be. He said a great idea for a television show would be if he played Caine. Now, not Twai Caine, Twai Chang Caine, not that Caine, but Cain is in Cain and Abel from the Bible, as in Cain is who killed his brother Abel. He thought a good idea for a television show would be if Cain, after killing his brother Abel, had to be on the run and face many type of
Well, unlike some things going on, Harper, you know everybody's welcome here.
Pretty similar show Kung Fu. Was David Carradine a prophet? Well, I'll let you battle that out in the comment section below. And coming in at number 4, Carradine had no martial arts training. You might think that Carradine was chosen for his amazing Kung Fu skills. I mean, after all, the show is called Kung Fu and features him doing Kung Fu. But you would be wrong. Carradine was chosen because he was a dancer. A little inside fact, many fight choreographers don't like working with martial artists because martial artists tend to have their own ideas about how fights should look, and choreographers don't like to deal with that. They actually prefer to work with dancers because dancers look at it as a dance rather than what might actually transpire in a real fight. David Carradine did not start out a martial artist, but he certainly did end up being a martial artist. He was an avid practitioner of the martial arts since the show till the day he died in 2009. And coming in at number 3, spin-offs and sequels. Although Kung Fu, the TV series, ended in 75, the story does not end there. Kung Fu has many spin-offs, sequels, and reboots. First, there was Kung Fu, the movie made for TV, released in 1989, and starred Brandon Lee as David Carradine's son. This was Brandon Lee's debut appearance, and it actually aired on Brandon Lee's 21st birthday. Ironically, Brandon Lee plays Kane's son, and that role of Twy-K Kane may have actually originally gone to Bruce Lee, but more on that in a moment. But interestingly enough, Brandon Lee does play the son of David Carradine. Next, there was Kung Fu, The Legend Continues, which ran from 1993 to 1997. Kane plays the great-grandson of Kane, and he comes over from the East to find his buddy cop son to fight modern crime. Yes, Kane still spits out that Eastern wisdom and still kicks a lot of Kung Fu butt. And now, today, in 2022, there is 2 seasons so far, just been greenlit for a second season of Kung Fu again, another remake of Kung Fu. This time it sees a female in the lead. How much can we go on and on and on? Should there be more? Do you like these reboots? Don't you like these reboots? There's just no amount to them. It was really a cultural icon and a classic. So when you have that and you have the opportunity to make money, you're always going to find a way to make that money again and try to make that magic happen again. I am interested in knowing if you watch any of these sequels or reboots, and if you like them or not. Let me know in the comment section below. And coming in at number 2, the real reason Kung Fu was canceled. Most television shows get canceled due to poor ratings. You might think that Kung Fu suffered the same fate, but that's not the case. Kung Fu actually had solid ratings. So why was this popular television show with solid ratings canceled? Well, quite simply, too many injuries. David Carradine said that he just suffered too many injuries, and he decided to not continue to play Kane any longer. The television executives did the right thing and brought the show to a close. They did not try to do the let's make more money thing and hire some type of Cousin Oliver trope, which I am thankful that they did. Did you know that? Did you think that, Kung Fu suffered like everybody else did, that it just had bad ratings and so they decided to cancel the show? I actually did think that until I started doing research for this video. And I have to say that I'm glad that they just ended the show. I couldn't really picture anybody else playing Kane except for David Carradine, or seeing the show go on without David Carradine. So good for them. They just shut the show down right where it needed to be, and they didn't do what so many other people try to do with that cash grab. Do you think they did the right thing? Let me know in the comment section below. And coming in at number 1, Bruce Lee and Kung Fu. Well, you knew this was coming. You just can't talk about Kung Fu without mentioning the oft-quoted story that Bruce Lee came up with Kung Fu and was going to star in the show, but those dirty, greedy, and racist TV executives stole the idea from him, putting Carradine in the lead because they wanted someone white. But this is really overstated. Yes, Lee tried out for the role of Kane and was turned down because they felt his accent was too thick and American audiences wouldn't understand it. And yes, Bruce Lee had a similar idea to do a show. His show was called The Warrior, but there were significant differences. For example, one was set in the modern era, Lee's modern era, and one is in the Wild West. But we could go on about the differences. The truth is that Ed Spillman, the creator of Kung Fu, insists that Kung Fu was his idea, and at one time was even considering suing the Lee estate for making such allegations, for making the allegations that he stole Kung Fu from Bruce Lee's The Warrior. Now, whether or not he's just coming back at this, hey, you can't accuse me, or whether or not the Lee estate is right, I guess we won't know, but I am going to leave that for you to decide. In the comments section below, I want to hear your opinion on whether or not you think Kung Fu was a ripoff of Bruce Lee, The Warrior. And if you like this video, please do me the honor of hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, and share it on your favorite social media. That means the world to us. There's simple steps for you, but it goes a long way to promoting this channel. If you want to hit the bell notification and let everybody know when these things are available, that's available to you as well. And please, follow the link below to the Patreon page and, show us some monetary support if you are so inclined. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I get it. But the really important thing is, and it would really mean a lot to me, to subscribe, like, and share. That means the world to us here at Retro Serial.
Well, that's my friend Ian at Retro Serial. You'll find his link in the chat. He does some great videos. He also does a live stream with my friend Flash Fondo. You'll find his link in the chat too. And he's the co-host over there, and they do a wonderful job. I enjoy their shows greatly. I'm winding down. I'm getting a little tired. And I appreciate all y'all for coming as you are. And I'm going to play a little song now and relax before I end this thing tonight. And here's my friends at Islam Effa again. I enjoy a good song once in a while. Later, Michael. Later, brother. Then the question is, why would you want to, Michael? Why would you want to? Name one. Well, besides me. I love them guys, I really do. And I appreciate everybody for joining me tonight on my little live stream, the Show and Grow Show, where you can come, drop your links, or have someone drop it for you, where you can grow your channel, where you can chill out, listen to some good music, see some interesting content from other channels. You know, just a chill out stream. And that's what you're going to get on the Daddy Staten channel. Be sure to join me Saturday night after Saturday Night Live at 12:45 a.m. for 13 o'clock live with Daily Dan, where I'll have Paul Glazer on doing a Bigfoot lecture, talking about Sasquatch, talking about Bigfoot, talking about the hairy guy, and then also some Bigfoot shout-outs after that. We'll hear from Dave Sunstorm. We'll hear from Pat McCormick. We will hear from Bigfoot Michigan Rob with another exciting tale. And be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the silly little bell for all the notifications so you'll know when I go live again. And until next time, this is Daddy Staten on the Daddy Staten channel saying, I would say blog over, but this ain't a blog. This is a stream. What do I say? What do I say? Stream over! Stream over, dudes.